Here's the snapback. Here's the kick. He's got the leg into it. If it is good, and it is! Austin Starr, a 49-yard field goal, and Indiana leads 27-24.
Oh, it's an end around, one to throw. Page looking at the quarterback, and it's a touchdown! Page finds Leno!
Penix rolling out of the pocket to his strong hand. Delivers deep down the field. Caught, touchdown! Fried Fogel again.
Hey, an unranked team. Welcome to the LEO podcast. I'm your host, Michael Bragg. You can find me on Twitter at Bragley, Braggley. Unfortunately, we are not joined by our typical co-host. That's Brandon. You can find him on Twitter at Brandon Dubich. Brandon spelled traditionally Dubich, D-U-B-I-C-H. But instead, we are joined by everybody's favorite producer, Seth. You can block him on Twitter at Setah5, S-E-T-A-H-5. What's up, Seth?
You're rolling with the B team today, baby.
Yeah, Seth has been removed from the payroll for live tweets, I think, based off of the way it went last. Although the game didn't quite turn out the way that the live tweets went. So I think he'll be back this week. So we'll see.
Bleachers.
What's that?
Oh. Bleachers concert Saturday night.
What's that? Is that a band?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, it's an early game.
It's an early game.
We're cool.
It's an early game. You're fine. The game we're talking about is our 2-5 Indiana Hoosiers against the 4-3 Maryland Terrapins. Right now, DraftKings has a line at -5 for Maryland with an over/under 49.5. That seems quite high, but Maryland's wins again. Seems like a trend under Loxley so far. This is his third year, I think. Starts hot and then just kind of craps the bed from there. So a win, a surprising win, maybe over a decent West Virginia team, not a good one, a decent one. Wins over Howard, Illinois, Kent State, and then they hit the real schedule. Lost to Iowa, got blown out by Iowa, actually. Lost to Ohio State and lost to Minnesota last week. So this game this week will be on BTN, our first BTN game of the season, second BTN game of the season. I was at the Idaho game. I assume that one was on BTN. 12 o'clock kick at the originally named Maryland Stadium. Looks like it should be good weather, 62 degrees, partly cloudy is what it's saying right now. Previous meeting last year was the Penix ACL game. IU won 11-27. IU leads the all-time series, one of the very few on the schedule.
Hey, look at that. Yeah.
7-2 with 3 straight W's. So yeah, Maryland. Have you seen them much?
I watched the Iowa game.
Did you watch that game?
Yeah, that was when Demas got hurt and they got blown out.
You told me about that.
And I was like, yeah, they're not good. They've played cream puffs. Well, I mean, aside from West Virginia.
Yeah. Yep. I've not watched any of them, but I'm assuming they're exactly like they were last year, except minus their biggest playmaker now. So not a whole lot of news to go over other than the fact Trayvon Mullen becomes the third Mullen brother to make an appearance in the Army All-American game. He was officially announced this week. Pretty good stuff coming out of his breakdown, at least from like a national perspective. So that's pretty cool. No press highlights. Did I watch it? I didn't watch it. I didn't want to watch it after watching Sunday and then, watched a little bit of the radio thing today. It's the same story. So upset about the offensive line, upset about the offense, pretty much just trashed the entire game last week. So there's not a whole lot to listen to. So let's get into breaking down Maryland a little bit. Seth, do you want to say his name? Is it Talia?
You know, I'm awful at this. Tua's brother.
Yeah. Perfect. Actually having a decent game. I think it might have been one of those anti-jinx or decent season. It might have been one of those anti-jinxes from Brandon. He's averaging about 293 yards per game, which is 18th in the country. Has nearly 2,000 yards throwing the football this year, 15 touchdowns. 71% completions, but the bad part, 8 interceptions.
He turns the ball over.
Yeah. So, and hopefully that's a good thing for our defense. It'll be nice to see somebody who's pretty turnover prone. We haven't seen, trying to go back through, I don't think we've seen a quarterback that's been reckless with the football this year.
Not even the Idaho quarterbacks.
Yeah. So one of the top in the country in yards and touchdowns. I think he's, what did I say, 18th in the country yards per game, but struggles with interceptions. He's like in the lower 90s, I think, in the country. The run game, same story, really, since they got rid of where they lost. I'm trying to think. They used to have like a guy who was number 5.
Is that Penny?
No, Penny Boone is still there. He's a monster. He's like number 11, I think. He was really good. Either way, I think he was in the NFL. McFarland. That's him.
I don't know where I pulled that from.
Well, that's it though. He was good, but since then that's been 2 or 3 years now, and it's been kind of the same old story. They do average 128 yards per game on the ground, but nobody really sticks out. I think Fleet Davis is kind of their biggest running back there with Famatu. I don't know, whatever.
Sure, I'm nodding.
That's the other guy that kind of a two-headed backfield. I think we may see a little bit of Penny Boone. If you remember him from last year, he's kind of like the Tyler Natee, like the big beast of a running back that's back there. So
can we make the joke?
Sure.
His name's Penny, but he's built like a nickel. Is that a thing? This is dead air. Okay. Oh, I'm getting a golf clap. All right.
That's well done. That was good. So no Demas, no problem, right? For their wide receivers. So Dante Demas was, and I'm just making this up on the fly because
that groan was me reliving the injury. Just so you know.
Yeah, I didn't see it, and if you guys want to go see it, we're not going to put it on the Twitter account, but
no.
You should go take a look if you can deal with like squeamish stuff, but it was not good. Dante Demas is on a roll before he got hurt. Let me get his stats real quick. 28 catches, 507 yards, 3 touchdowns. Now let's just do a quick comparison. So again, 28 catches, 500 yards, 3 touchdowns. Our number 1 receiver has 34 catches, 387 yards, and 1 touchdown. This guy did it through 4 games. What's that?
I was going to say, don't do it. I was shaking my head. No, I knew where you're going with this.
Yeah. So he did it through 4 games. So he was on pace. He was on pace to set, I'm assuming, just set records all over the place. So the only real guy that kind of stands out is Raheem Jarrett, 20 catches on the season. The only other player that he has 26, I think. Only other player that has more than 20 catches on the team. Now, while we're doing this, because it's always going to come back to bite me in the butt at some point, I will take a look to see who their tight end is and why he's 6'8" and athletic and goes for record-breaking yardage against us this week. So,
if I remember from the preseason podcast, they have a bunch of young tight ends who aren't quite ready yet, but they're going to be good in a couple of years.
I am not sure we can say young tight ends on a podcast.
Well, it's the B team. Yeah.
Okay. So just real quick, maybe the line went up a half a point since I started talking, but Caesars has it at 5.5. Just real quick. You want to know why they have it at that? Well, we'll talk about it in a little bit. Defensive stuff real quick. They do have a decent corner. Man, we talked about him. Go back and listen to the preview pod from before the season started, and we touched on him quite a bit. Their defense is not great, statistically at least, allowing 29.7 points per game, which is 96th in the country, 77th in the country in rushing defense, and 88th in the country in passing defense.
Tarib Still.
That's not who I was thinking of.
Oh, that's the one who we talked about in the.
No, we talked about this dude too. Hold on, I'll get it real quick. But Nick Cross.
That was the safety. Okay.
Nick Cross, the safety. Yep. Yeah. Leader in tackles and interceptions, 41 tackles, which seems very low compared to if you think about like McFadden. But 41 tackles and 2 picks. I don't think anybody on IU has 2 interceptions. So at least he's got us on that part of it. Back to the pod here real quick. Yeah, we're already to the promo time, guys. Super fast through that front part. Whenever we don't have Brandon over here jinxing us the entire time would be great. So, real quick promo for MTC. I'll get to the promo code here in just a second. MTC, Mono on Track Club, is Indiana's running brand built on a deep love for the sport in the Hoosier State. They craft products, tell stories, and create experiences that aim to celebrate, support, and add to Indiana's running culture. Check out the link in the show notes for more details on their club runs and to shop their sick gears from shirts to hoodies to koozies. And as a thank you to our listeners, they are offering 10% off your order. Use promo code LEO10, that's LEO10 at checkout. Now, let's get on to IU players to watch. Seth.
All right, I'm going to set
on offense.
I'm going to set you up on this one. All right, because this is a question I've Googled it. I don't have an answer. Who's the starting quarterback?
No idea. Zero idea. They've done a very good job of like keeping Tuttle's injury out of anything. It doesn't sound good. I don't think he'll start. I think it'll be Donovan McCulley, who is my player to watch. It should be no big deal. You know, a true freshman getting his first true start on the road in the Big Ten. Yeah. So
Ideal.
Yeah, and I just want to see some consistency from him in the passing game. He's got an arm. He's got a cannon. He's 6'5". He's built like a brick truck. He can run the football. He's going to be good. It's just, does it happen now? Like, say, Williams at Oklahoma, or does it happen down the road? Like the majority of quarterbacks in the country. So who are you looking at?
All right. I apologize profusely for this guy sometimes. I'm a Stephen Carr fan.
Nice.
I like him. He got shut down last week. You know, we still don't really have an offensive identity in the run game, which, you know, what are we, 8 games in the season now, and to not have that has to be frustrating. But you got to get something out of your workhorse running back on the road in the Big Ten. This is when you lean on a running game. You pray, you hope, you scrap that the offensive line has something to give, and just gives him enough crease to get somewhere near 100 yards, keep the defense off the field, and really play a ball control game.
Yeah. Just to give a kind of a breakdown of his conference running, he's averaging 2.7 yards per carry against the Big Ten. Yeah. Only 173 yards total against the conference, and that's on 63 attempts with 1 touchdown. He does hold the only, well, I guess we scored one last week, so never mind. I was going to say I guess the only rushing touchdown so far in the Big Ten is for him. So he does do pretty well in the away games. He does average 3.7 yards per carry, 2 touchdowns, which most of that came against Western Kentucky. So on defense, who are you watching?
All right. So the offense, Mike Loxley, the combination is going to be able to move the ball a little bit.
Yeah.
That's going to be something we're going to take for granted. And the one thing that Tua's brother, that's so hard. Talia does better than a lot of other quarterbacks as he extends plays. He's mobile. He can definitely, make moves outside of the pocket. So seeing what the defensive line, I'm not going to single out any specific players here, but, can Handy and Anderson get off the edge? Can Sia, Elliott, Kramer plug up the middle, limit any kind of, outside runs, any kind of extensions where the play breaks down and, you just can't cover a guy for 5 seconds. So that's what I'm looking at. Can you get pressure? Can you contain him? Can you make him a pocket passing quarterback? And if so, I think your chances go up a little bit.
Yeah. Just looking at like last year, they really, outside of one, and then at the very end of the game, we gave up a touchdown with 3 minutes left. Outside of 2 drives, they were over 40 yards. That's it.
I was going to say, this team does not scream big play offense. They're creative. They're quirky. They do some things well, but I don't see them chunking you 40, 50 yards, for big over the top plays.
And Tua was not good last year. 17 of 36, 200.
We did it again.
Yards.
Talia.
Oh, sorry, Talia. Dang it. Talia, not very good last year. Tua wasn't good last year in my defense as well. So in the NFL. 17 to 36, 241 yards. He averaged 6 yards per completion, but 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions, and a quarterback rating of 22. So outside of that first drive, which Demas was huge for them on that drive, I think they went 78 yards and missed a field goal. That was it. Game was over from there. So hopefully some of the same would be nice. So on defense, I'm looking at Mullen and Taylor. He keeps hinting, he being CTA, keeps hinting at them being back, hoping they're back. I guess Mullen was close and played a little bit on Saturday. I couldn't tell through foggy glasses and rain that he was even on the field. So hopefully they're full back this week. It'd be nice, even if it's not a full strength wide receiver core in Maryland, it would be nice to have 2 shutdown corners like that against a pretty good quarterback. So that's who I'm going to watch. On special teams, I think there's really only one player to watch, unless you want to watch James Evans. I don't know. And it's Charles Campbell, the day before Halloween. Come on, man. We could use a few good kicks from Chucky. So
what about the returners? The return specialists have done nothing this year.
Well, without Taylor, there's no real.
You're telling me there isn't one guy who can get 15, 20 yards, make something happen.
They could,
on a punt
but
return.
They're not even doing anything on kick returns.
Yeah.
Nothing.
They're just fair catching. Yep.
And on punt returns, it would be Taylor back there.
Yeah.
Or Matthews, which that was explosive in the first 2 games. So
yeah. But since then it's been non-existent. So it'd be nice to have something like that on the road to help you stay in or take advantage of the game.
You got to find points, especially if we're going to continue to be like this on offense. You have got to find points somewhere.
If Donovan McCulley is a starting quarterback, giving him a short field, giving him less times where he has to go the length of, a full 75 yards, it's going to improve your odds.
Yeah. Yep. I apologize to the listeners. We do not have any Brando, so we have no randos today. I did get a prediction from it, but we'll get there in just a second. Before that, we have producer Seth's podcast sack. Seth, what do you got in your sack there, bud?
Dude, I am emptied out. You got me as the fill-in guy here. My sack is empty. The only thing I am thinking about changing my name from producer Seth to producer Seth, but
okay,
we're flirting with that.
Coming off a loss. I'll try to. I've got kind of one here.
Oh boy!
Would you take the rest of Talia Tungavailoa? That's how you say it. Bam. That's it. I listened to enough. It's Tungavailoa. That's what it is. Vailoa. It's Tungavailoa.
Where's the N come from?
I don't know, but there is an N in it. I promise you. So would you take the rest of his career or Donovan McCulley? So you have.
All right. So this
Talia
is easy.
Now,
this is easy. So Talia has what? 1 more year left? 2 if he takes advantage of whatever waivers.
Let's give him 2 more years. This year, the rest of this year in 2 more years.
So Donovan has 3.5.
Mm-hmm.
Talia's. I'm going to say negative things about athletes here. Talia's never playing another football game after he graduates from Maryland.
Yeah.
Donovan McCulley is a sky's the limit prospect. Gun, mobile legs. If anybody could potentially develop into a fringe NFL prospect, it would be him. So sheerly based off of projecting potential and longevity, it's got to be Donovan McCulley.
Yeah. You know what's funny is I didn't really notice how big he was until I saw him last week. And he's a monster. Like, he's really big.
Yeah.
That's 6'5", 200 pounds. And I don't think he's 200 pounds anymore. I think that's
he needs to be at 225. Like, that should be his playing weight.
Yeah, he'll get there. I don't see that being a problem. So cool. Well, that's the only question I can come up with. I mean, outside of that's it. So
okay, I got one real quick. Yeah. Is there another team that deserves belongs less in the Big Ten than Maryland? I know they're trying to get the DC footprint. Maybe Nebraska, just because
Rutgers,
what does Nebraska again?
right?
That's a New York cash grab.
Well,
But like, what does Nebraska pull in?
Nebraska pulls in. I hate to use this because everybody thinks I hate IU basketball, and I don't. But Nebraska pulls in the IU basketball equivalent of a football fan base.
A 20-year irrelevant team that has history to harken back to.
Yes.
And they're red and they're white.
Well, the difference is IU basketball has at least been relevant in the last
Oh yeah, for sure.
however many years, 5 years. So, well, more than 5.
Let's just say in 20 years, they've been relevant multiple times. Yeah.
So, but yeah, they have not been since Lawrence Phillips. I don't
What about
right? Or Couch.
Yeah.
I guess they've had Couch, won a Heisman, but they were never national champ. They haven't been won a national championship since 91.
Once Miami happened and Miami broke this new breed of athlete football player, it destroyed anything that Nebraska could ever replicate.
Yeah, and now look at Miami. So
what is it? You live long enough to whatever
you got.
Either die a hero or you live long enough to become a villain.
Yeah, to answer your question, I don't know what Maryland pulls. I don't know. It's not a hotbed for recruiting. Baltimore is not a hotbed for recruiting, or DC for football.
Yeah, for basketball it is. Though.
Basketball it is. Yeah.
Yeah, just an interesting thought.
Yeah. All right. Let's get to predictions. You're up. You're first. Or I can do Brandon's first. Let me do Brandon's first.
Do Brandon's. All
right. This is. I'll just read what he said first. Still no touchdowns from IU. Chucks, this is word for word. Chucks hits 250 plus bombs. Maryland 10, IU 12. So he's got the W on the road.
So I thought about changing mine after I saw his, because it's oddly, eerily similar.
Oh no. Okay.
IU 15, Maryland 13.
Oh my gosh. 5 bangers from Chuck.
Like a slow pitch softball game score.
Oh my gosh. So you're saying 5 bangers from Chuck there?
I have no idea how it comes.
Oh, just as long as it's 15 points. Okay.
Yep.
I have a little bit more faith in either our offense or our defense at somebody else scoring at least a touchdown or two. Let me break it. I'm just putting in the predictions here real quick. I just got to get this official before I forget it. Okay. So what I've got is this is a must win, like as must win as must wins get. And it seems like we will be without our top 2 quarterbacks and relying on a freshman and a walk-on from Noblesville to win on the road in the Big Ten. We've already hit on this. But if there's a team in the East to trot out those 2 against, it might be Maryland or Rutgers, who's coming up. So expect a lot of I expect at least a lot of running from Carr and McCulley, which will be nice. We haven't seen a lot of that read option in 2 games. We've seen it. Last week was effective in the first quarter on that first drive. Outside of that, I think Ohio State just expected it from there on out. When I expect the defense to step up huge, speaking of last week. So they have got, Micah McFadden has just got to be just seething since that game last week. So I'm going to throw my heart back on the busted bandwagon. Give me IU 24, Maryland 17. I don't know how we're getting to 24. How many field goals is that? That's 8 field goals.
8.
So yeah, somehow we're going to get to 24. It might be a record for most field goals by a kicker in a Big Ten game. So
I'm going to have to dig deep for some new Chucky memes if that's the case.
Yeah, real deep. So either way, Seth should be back on live tweets this week.
Should.
Yeah, if you're traveling out to Maryland or watching the game at home, like most of us will be, make sure to keep your eyes on the feed. Note of final statements from me. And you got anything to say there? No, we pretty much said it. So be sure to check out the pod on social media, Facebook and Twitter. It's facebook.com/podcastleo and on Twitter @podcastleo. Be sure to download, follow, rate, review, tell all of your friends about everything. We are now on Google Podcasts, which I did not know was a thing until somebody asked me if we were on it. And we are now. So listen.
Worldwide, baby.
So, yeah. And we will talk to you after the game the game's on Saturday, but we'll talk to you on Monday morning. Let's go IU. Come on. Love you guys. Leo.
Elio.
You said it.
Elio. Awesome day. Elio. Thank you so much, Rick. I appreciate that. Elio. All right, great. Elio. Appreciate you guys. Elio. You're welcome, Dave. Have a great day. Elio. Have a great day. Elio. Appreciate you being here with us. Have an awesome day. And Elio. Oh, thank you so much. Elio. Well, thanks so much, Elio. Hey, thanks so much, Mike. Appreciate that. Elio. Appreciate you guys, man. Have an awesome day. Elio. Awesome. Elio. Elio.